Yeah. Another one.
Another one. We just filmed the Where's the Xanax video, and it was hot. Today, we are going to be talking about Promising Young Woman, released in 2020, written and directed by Emerald Fennell, rated R. It won the 2021 Oscar for Best Screenplay, and this is the synopsis. Nothing in Cassie's life is what it appears to be. She's wickedly smart, tantalizingly cunning, and she's living a secret double life. Now, an unexpected encounter is about to give Cassie a chance to right the wrongs from the past.
Yeah.
Spoilers ahead.
Yeah.
We're going to try a different format, see how it goes. Oh yeah, possible trigger warning. It does talk about like sexual assault.
Yeah.
So, what was your takeaway? What do you think?
There were parts of it that I really liked, but I have mixed feelings about it, I would say. What about you?
This was my third watch of it.
Okay.
So when I first watched it, after like the opening, like I thought it was awesome. It's like I was not expecting that, but she like takes control and surprises the guy.
Yeah.
It's like you're doing something that you know is wrong.
I thought she was gonna be killing them, and I was like kind of, because that's like how the trailer set it up, so I was kind of like massively disappointed. I was like, oh, she didn't kill this guy? Like, what are we doing?
Gotcha.
But that's like entirely, like if they had portrayed it differently in like the promotional material, I would probably not have thought that.
Yeah. I was wondering like the consequence or like the conflict of like, what is her goal? Because like there really isn't any consequence other than the guys looking stupid and hopefully not doing this again. But they're going to do it again.
That was my issue with it.
Yeah.
Is like I get that she like is scaring them, but I was like, just kill them. They're terrible people. Yeah, I thought there was gonna be a lot more murder, like
more
positive
action.
murder.
Yeah. When I wrote down, like to gather my thoughts, it was like the message I took from this was that men aren't. There's inequality about like what's taken at face value from like the different genders.
Sure.
And then just like what women have to go through at great lengths to be seen and heard.
Right.
Yeah. And then Carey Mulligan killed it. She played Cassie.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She's really good.
I liked
most of all of the acting except for Bo Burnham. I thought was really good.
It was it's kind of interesting to see Bo. I was just like, oh. Yeah,
I don't understand that decision.
Yeah, I was wondering what went into that.
I was like it's definitely. I think it must have been like he was like doing well at the time, and they were like, this will get us more money.
Yeah.
He was weird.
Like, not that it's an issue, but she did seem older than him, and in reality, like she is.
They were supposed to be the same age, right? Because they went to college at the same time, though.
I mean, it doesn't. Yeah.
I guess that's true.
Yeah, but I
didn't really think about that actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and in the movie, like we don't really get to know any details about Cassie or Nina, and as if to say like this could be any woman.
Right. Yeah.
Which is, I mean, in a movie, like I want to know more about them, but like having her not go into like her backstory and just showing like what she's doing throughout this like grief and revenge.
Right. I liked that actually. I thought that was a good decision.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things I did like a lot about it, but like one thing like in terms of overall, like the overall overarching movie, I feel like she did a lot of stuff to like get back at women who like didn't have her side. Yeah,
Madison.
I was like that whole thing. I was like, I don't like the protagonist anymore. Mm-hmm. Because that's like they just like kind of like treat that like it's fine, and I'm like, this is not fine. You have like traumatized this person forever.
Yeah, that was the one thing I probably would have changed if I were to make
Making
this.
it, yeah, yeah.
Because it's sort of like reverses like what you're trying to say with the movie. Like
Right.
it's basically like causing trauma for this other woman.
Right.
Even though it's not nothing's actually happening, but like she
Yeah, but
you
she
know, is
still
worried
thinks
about
that
it.
she was like for
Yeah.
like a while,
Yeah.
which is like pretty bad.
Yeah.
You
yeah,
can't
and the
do
fact
that.
the fact that like Cassie didn't answer her calls or anything.
I know,
That-
dude.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that like once that happened, I was like, I don't like this person anymore.
Mm.
And like watching her do stuff, I was like, yes, like sure, go
Yeah.
screw these people over, but like I don't like you.
Yeah.
You know? And I feel like I was supposed to still like her.
Yeah.
You know? Which was like weird to me.
I think also when Madison is like waiting on Cassie's front porch to like confront her about it, I
Right.
feel like Cassie kind of did it like so casually, nonchalantly, sort of like, don't worry, like nothing happened. Instead of being like, I'm sorry, this
Right,
is what was happening,
totally.
this is why I did it. It was just like,
Oh,
you're
also,
okay.
if somebody did that to me, and then they were like, "Yeah, you're fine," I would be so mad.
Yeah.
Like, she's like really. What's the other girl's name?
Madison?
Madison. Yeah.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
takes it
Played by Alison Brie.
right. She takes it well. She's
Yeah.
like a real chiller about it.
Yeah, and the fact like even after that, she shows her the video, but then
Yeah.
once she leaves, she's like, don't message me again, don't involve me in anything.
Right,
Which I
right.
think is like a good boundary.
Yeah, I would be like, like yeah,
Yeah,
like
do it. Yeah,
go move to a different country, like get out of here.
yeah,
I might press charges.
yeah. I do remember Madison's one comment. I think it was at their lunch or whatever. She was like, when they were talking about kids, she was like, "Oh, you'll get there." I'm like,
Oh yeah,
don't say that.
annoying.
Yeah.
Very annoying.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah. Overall, great like composition, colors,
it's
music,
true.
and the production design was really cool. I liked the coffee shop.
I do
It
too.
was really cute.
Yeah.
And then, oh yeah, Jennifer Coolidge just being the mom, just sort of like, kind of randomly.
Yeah.
Just being sort of like blunt, but it's funny the way
Yeah.
she is about it.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like yeah, all the. It was like confusing to me because there's like. I like a lot like most of the characters, like low-key except for.
Bo.
Well, yeah. What's his name? What is it?
Ryan?
Ryan, yeah. Yeah, when Ryan came in, like immediately I was like, I wrote down a note that was like 1347. God, I hate Ryan.
Yeah.
I was like, this dude sucks.
And he actually like drank the coffee with her spit in it.
I know, yeah. I was like, dude, if somebody did that and I just met them, I would be like, this person is going to skin me and make a lamp. Like,
Yeah.
that would be, I don't know. There was a lot.
After not seeing someone for a long time and then just doing that, you're just kind of like,
Right.
weird.
That would be, I would be so concerned.
Yeah.
I'd be like, please never talk to me.
Yeah. What that was? Yeah, that was before the pandemic and everything that happened.
Oh, really?
Because it was
Oh,
released
yeah,
in
that
2020.
makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah, but like, I guess, what do you like? You like it overall?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like confused.
Oh, what do you have questions, or are you just like?
No, I'm just, I kind of, my interpretation is that it was like, I would imagine it was a very cathartic thing to write for, what's her name again?
Emerald Fennell?
Emerald, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I would guess, is that it was like a very cathartic story for her to write, and like some of that isn't going to translate super clearly. That was my interpretation.
I think she just wrote the opening for a short, and then she like built off of that.
Oh, okay.
I think that's how it like came about.
Sure.
Oh yeah, I wrote down that. Yeah, one of my favorite parts is just like the opening, and then Bo drinking like the coffee with her.
Yeah,
spit in it.
yeah. I like the end a lot also. I thought
Yeah.
the end was cool. I do wish that like, I still wish she had just killed them.
Yeah, like what was her plan? To get him to confess?
No, she was gonna carve the girl's name all over
yeah.
him, which is cool. Like that, I would have been cool if they just did that. I I don't know. That was my issue with it. Was like I was just like, I really thought that it was going to be a bunch like a horror movie designed to be scary to rapists, which I was like, that's cool. And then it was kind of not that at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is fine, but
Yeah.
I just, personally, I'm like, damn, I wish like there had been like more killing of the and less like doing crazy to other women who like didn't have your back. Which I get that's like I mean, I think that's a big part of the movie's message is like women need to have each other's backs.
Yeah, I see that. I think also it seems like it was in a more realistic world because like you can't just like murder people here and there. You're trying to make it like realistic. And I think I read somewhere like in her little notebook that like the different colors were meaning like she was in danger in this one or like something happened in this one and then they were like labeled.
That is interesting.
Yeah. The next point I had is we just talked about the general storyline.
Sure.
I mean, the opening's the opening. She seems to be drunk. There's a group of guys.
Business bros,
tech bros, and they're like, you should be old enough to know that like you can't, you have to be responsible for yourself. And she's like, literally like presenting herself as,
She's like asleep on a bench, like
a victim. Yeah. And the way the lighting is really cool. So it's basically spotlit on her, which, wouldn't really happen in real life, I don't think.
But I thought it was cool too.
Oh yeah. And so the nice guy goes over, offers to take her home. They end up going to his place and
she's like about to puke in the Uber.
Oh yeah.
And like is like barely conscious.
Yeah.
Or pretending to be barely conscious.
Yeah, pretends to lose her and to not have her phone.
Right.
And then he goes in, he's starting to like go down on her and then she's like, what does she say?
She keeps saying, "What are you doing?" And she's like still acting like she's drunk and like
and then
like
she
is like
switches
essentially like
to like sober.
Yeah, and then exactly.
Yeah. And then credits or the opening and then she does it again.
Yeah, I think
with a different guy to show more like in depth. And then she asks, it's the guy from Pitch Perfect.
Yeah, also
which I thought was funny.
Isn't it also the guy from Superbad?
Yes.
Yeah. I forget his name.
Me too.
But he's kind of like, I feel bad saying this because I'm sure he's a nice guy, but he's kind of perfect. For like he looks, I don't know.
Oh, that role, yeah.
Yeah, like and I don't mean like I'm not saying he looks like, but like he's just such a little like
little gremlin.
Yeah, a little gremlin guy.
Yeah, and then once she like switches to sober, she's like, "What's my name?
Right.
What do I do for a living? What are my hobbies?" And he can't answer anything.
Yeah, and then she's like more firmly like, "You were gonna like assault me or rape me."
Oh yeah, you were begging me to stay. Now you want me to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course he's like, I wasn't doing anything wrong. And she's like, right.
Yeah. And then she marks him off in her little book. And then she, we see her at the coffee shop where she works. And that's when we meet Gail, which I think is really funny. I like their relationship, their friendship.
Gail, yeah. Gail is maybe the best character.
Yeah. There is we'll talk about it later. But yeah, and then Bo comes in, also known as Ryan.
Right.
For this watch, the entire time I thought his name was Brian for some reason.
Well.
But I was like, wait, Ryan?
Did you when you first watched it, did you immediately hate his character?
He gave me like the ick.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he comes in.
Okay. Just making sure we're on the same page.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we're supposed to like him.
Yeah.
Right? And I was like, I hate this guy so much.
Have you heard that saying? There was like this TikTok where it was like, people can be categorized into two categories. They can either be like Kiki or Booba.
Kiki or Booba? I've never heard that.
Kiki is like kind of how it sounds, like edgy and like pointy. And Booba's kind of like flowy and bubbly.
Which one are you?
I think I'm Kiki, but...
I was also going to say Kiki. I feel like I'm
Boba.
Booba. I'm
yeah,
Booba.
I think Bo is like a Booba kind of person, which kind of like fits the role.
Right.
Because he's supposed to come off as like an actual nice guy.
Right. I was like, immediately when she started talking to him, I was like, this guy's going to have done something horrible or is going to do something horrible.
Yeah.
Because also like he immediately is like, oh yeah, like I know these people. And I was like, wonder where this is going.
Yeah. Yeah. So they he asks her out on a date she gives him a fake number. Then that scene happens with the super bad guy, and then he comes back. And then she's like,
Oh,
yeah,
is that what
okay.
happens?
I think
thought,
so.
No, I think I thought she gives him her real number the first time they meet. Because she doesn't...
No, like in the coffee shop, because he comes back. And he's like, I was drafting up this wonderful text. And it was actually some guy on this oil rig.
Oh, you're totally right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he, like, the
Right,
oil
I
rig
think.
guy was
Yeah.
like, I'm horny.
Yeah.
Which is funny.
Yeah. So they go on this like really cute date. And then
Yeah.
when they walk home, they casually walk by his place, which is what all of the other terrible guys have done. They're like, oh, you want to come up for a drink?
Right.
And she's triggered, and she's like kind of turning back into her like defensive, like
Right.
her routine, sort of.
Reasonably so.
Yeah, and so she doesn't go up there, and she leaves. The cats. We also have cats here.
Yeah, there's cats everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, and then there's also like in her little book, I didn't realize it until part 3. You know how it has like the text on it?
Yeah.
I didn't realize it says parts 1 and 2 are in the book. Her little book.
Oh, like of the movie?
In the movie, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Her first one, her first target, it might have been Madison. And then the second one is the dean. No,
Right.
the third one's the dean. I don't know. But there's like different parts. So I
Oh,
was
yeah,
like,
because the lawyer's the second one.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I like the lawyer. Well, you know, like relatively speaking.
He felt bad, but he also
He was a
seemed
monster.
Like,
Yeah, I shouldn't say I like
I
the
didn't.
lawyer.
Yeah, the whole.
He's also pretty creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I don't. I fully retract. Fuck
Yeah. Wait.
the lawyer.
We'll get there.
No lawyer. Lawyer bad.
Yeah.
He did play a crucial role in the end of the movie,
Yes.
though. That was cool, but yes.
Yeah.
Lawyer bad.
Lawyer bad.
But I thought he was an interesting character.
Yeah. The next part I wrote down is that like she smashes the guy's lights with the tire iron.
Right, yeah.
But I think like they actually, hold on, let me see.
Well, that's after she goes to the dean.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. There's a lot of stuff that happens. I just didn't write it down.
Chronologically.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, they have like a cute montage where like she's actually like finding love again with with
Right.
Ryan.
Oh, and then I think before she does the dean thing, that's when he sees her
Oh yeah.
at the bar with the other business bro.
Yeah, with the fedora.
Right, with the fedora, and he's like, damn, because like she's not like sleeping with him, and he's like, wow, like you're just like out here, like like gross randos.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, Ryan, and then he's like, whatever.
Yeah.
And then she tells the other guy that she tells the other guy that he's gonna get his chopped off.
Yeah,
which is pretty
like there's
funny.
a girl who like has scissors.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
And then I think she goes to the dean.
Yeah, she pretends to be a makeup artist.
She makes up with him first, maybe though. With Ryan.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Also, Ryan ain't got no self-respect.
Yeah. But yeah, for the dean, sorry to go on.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, she pretends to be a makeup artist for this band because the dean's daughter really likes this band, and so she like traps her
Right.
daughter. And she's at
She doesn't trap her. She like literally just drives her daughter to like a pancake house.
yeah, like a diner.
And is like, they'll be here.
Yes.
And then she also takes her daughter's phone.
Yeah.
Because she's like, her daughter's like, I'll give you my phone if you let me like come with you and let me give you directions.
Yeah.
Because I love this band so much.
Yeah, and then she goes to the dean, tries to make her remember the story. She doesn't, and then she switches it on his head and it's like, oh, this is your daughter. What if your daughter was in that room? that she was in?
She's like, your
That
daughter
was
is
crazy.
in that room.
Yeah.
Which is,
Hold on. The dean gets told that her daughter's in the room, and then she calls the phone, and Cassie has the phone, and
right.
then Cassie reveals that she's actually at a diner and that her child is an idiot.
Right. And then she's like, you should call the diner.
Yeah. Also, that's the lady from 911 season 1. She's the dispatcher, and I was like, oh wait, I know you.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is where I kind of started being like, Like, I don't know. Like, is that, I guess, like, she's trying to tackle, like, more systemic issues. That was kind of my take. I wrote something down about it, but,
Yeah.
like, let me see, where did I wrote it down?
Yeah, while you look at that, the part where then she like gets a tire iron and smashes that guy's window. I know exactly where that place is. I've been there. It's in Pomona.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
It's pretty cool.
But yeah, I get that she's like, this lady like should have, like, this lady should like have this girl's back and like should be trying harder.
Yeah.
And I get that. Yeah, it's like, I think a lot of it is. I think maybe that's where like my disconnect with it is like, I was expecting it to be like a revenge thing, but it's more about her trying to like tackle like systemic problems. Is that you? What do you think about that? Crazy take? Wrong? Right?
No, I think it's more just about like her grief and the revenge of it.
Right.
And yeah, you can only like, well, the whole premise, like Promising Young Woman, was sort of based off that one trial where this like kid, this guy, the judge let him off easy because he was a promising young man.
That makes sense.
Yeah, we might be going out of order, but
Yeah.
also
it's kind of like a fever dream of a movie, also
Yeah.
in terms of the order.
Going back
In a
to
good-
like the lawyer though, like he is really apologetic and kind of crazy.
Yeah,
But then
when
she
he gets
forgives
close
him.
to her, I was a little like, ooh.
Yeah. I'm like wondering like why she forgave him. Because he's like on sabbatical or whatever.
I think she forgave him just because like the fact that he at any like level actually had a conscience
Oh yeah.
and like thought about anyone but himself,
Yeah.
like was substantial enough considering her experience with men that she was like
Yeah.
That
That he was
is-
literally like on his knees too.
yeah, and he was like, I can't sleep, and he wasn't like every other guy in the movie doesn't care about what happened to this girl.
Yeah.
They care about like how it's going to affect them.
Yeah.
And he actually was like, I will never forget this girl's name. Like I actually.
Yeah. He says Nina.
Yeah, and he's like, I feel horrible, and like I can't sleep.
Yeah.
And literally every other male character in it is like,
Yeah.
oh, but my reputation will be ruined.
Exactly.
And he doesn't give a
Yeah, she calls off the assassin or whatever.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
And then she also goes to Nina's mom's house, which is sort of like a turning point because the mom was like, you have to move on. And so she starts to
Right.
move on. Then the Madison thing happens because she like shows up, gives her the movie
right.
or the phone with the movie on it. She watches the video and realizes that Ryan was there
Right.
when Nina was abused.
Which I
Which is like
did
what,
suspect.
bystander? Yeah.
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 I kind of thought he would be like more a part of it, honestly.
Oh.
But yeah.
I mean, yeah, still being there.
I mean,
yeah.
very much so a
very,
part of it.
very bad, yeah.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
was not very surprised. I was like, this guy's obviously gonna be a monster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think at that point is when she makes the whole plan.
I think when she watches the video, yeah.
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 Yeah. She like she wants to go to that bachelor party of Al's because he's like the main dude who like
Right.
abused Nina, and so like
And all of those dudes, I
Yeah.
think, were there.
Yeah.
Like everybody at that party.
Yeah. So I think that's when she makes the whole plan.
Right.
Very well thought out.
And also playing the string quartet of Toxic.
Yeah,
Banging.
dude. Yeah, dude. That was great.
Lit.
I was like, wait, I know this song. I was like, oh yeah, that's Toxic.
Dude, I was like, I was jamming out.
Yeah, she cuts it off with Ryan, and she like shows him the video, and he's like, why do you have that? And he's, he works with kids,
Right.
and so he's like, I'm.
Yeah, and he fully doesn't, he's like, he doesn't feel bad. He shows like no remorse. He's like, I was a kid, like, don't let this affect my life.
Yeah, yeah. She
Which I
says like,
think
if
is
I hear
very-
that one more time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't.
Oh,
he
that's
does-
later, but yeah.
True. Yeah. But he doesn't give a like
Yeah.
about the girl.
He's worried about his reputation.
Right. Which, yeah.
Yeah. And since she blackmails him, he later lies to the police or the FBI because he still thinks like she's gonna get back at him.
Right.
I'm just like,
yeah, dumbass.
yeah.
He's also so suspicious in that. I was like, why would they not like look into this man?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
He's
Anyway.
like, I don't know what happened.
Yeah. He goes to he's at the wedding, and then at the bachelor party. Or no, he gets blackmailed into
He doesn't
telling.
go to the bachelor party.
Right. I said he's at the wedding.
Right.
Yeah, but
Sorry.
But Ryan gives Cassie the address to Al's bachelor party.
Right.
And she goes there dressed as like a sexy clown, which I was like,
I thought she was a sexy nurse.
or sexy nurse. It's because of the hair.
Yeah.
Which I think is like kind of Joker-like.
It was.
Yeah, and I'm just like,
saw that.
Nice.
Also, like, actually, like, very smart to do the nurse thing, because then it's like the whole like, oh, where everyone is gonna have to have shots. Like, you got to take your medicine. We had some technical difficulties.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay, so we're learning. So it looks like my Sony can only do 30 minutes at a time. Yeah, we were talking about the storyline. She dresses up as a sexy nurse with clown hair, and she is about to carve Nina into Al's body because his name was all over Nina when she was alive after she was assaulted.
She like felt like it was like following.
Yes,
her.
yeah. So she does that, but he gets out of one of the handcuffs and he suffocates her, and it takes 2.5 minutes to suffocate somebody, which is, I think, a fact. It was something that she researched, and
yeah, didn't you were saying the actor like actually had to like do that?
Yeah,
which is terrifying.
Yeah, she had to tap out once because like she couldn't breathe, but Carrie actually did that, and there's the AG off to the side, like telling her when to like slowly stop and then
that's so
stop.
crazy.
Yeah. And then the next morning, Joe comes in, tells the stripper to leave, and Al's like, she's dead.
Yeah.
And he's like, what? And then realizes that she is dead, and then is such a man, and then he's like, it's not your fault. Which is totally his fault.
He also is like so annoying. He like gets all close to him.
Yeah. Yeah, like kiss. Like
yeah, they just need to each other.
I hate Joe. But he like is so calm about it in a sense, or like, so like, here's the plan, we're gonna burn her body. None of this ever happened. And they go burn her body and they think they're in the clear. And
and also like, Al is like crying and all that, but I'm like, I kind of feel like he's certainly way more. He also talks about his like he doesn't talk about like I killed this girl. This girl's life. He's like my wedding, like my life, and it's like
worried about
you,
thing.
bro.
Yeah.
Like you just killed this person.
Yeah, and after that, I don't really remember. I just remember them being at the wedding. Ryan gets a scheduled text message, which I think was before its time. But anyway,
He gets
a text from
I still think that
Cassie.
it was supposed to come from the lawyer, but
I don't think so.
I might be wrong.
And then we get a shot of the lawyer getting mail from Cassie with the phone and instructions that say like, in case of my disappearance, and then go back to the wedding, and then
I should have read the instructions more. I didn't pause it on that.
Yeah, it's like something that very small. And then Ryan gets another text, and it's like, love, Cassie and Nina.
Yeah.
And then Al gets arrested. Joe runs away like a little.
Yeah.
And then.
The shot of him running away is pretty funny.
He's like trying to get by all these chairs, and he goes off into the woods.
It's
like,
so great.
Where
It's
are you
like
going?
the most illogical moment.
Yeah.
And then also like, I do love like, the way that like him getting arrested and like his whole family being like, what the and it's like at the wedding. It is awesome.
Yeah.
I do like that she like clearly timed it to happen during his wedding.
Yeah.
So good. Yeah.
She's here for the drama.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah.
That is the ending.
Yes. I really liked a lot of the composition, the frame within a frame. the lighting being sort of like unrealistic, but also realistic, that it's not distracting. It just makes it look like really cool. And then we were also talking about the production design in Cassie's house, just like how insane it is in pastel and like other
it's like not
frilly.
like texturally it also looks really weird and like matte kind of in like a way that I can't describe. But I like don't want to touch it.
There's like Cassie wears one of these dresses and it just like, that's when I think Madison comes in, and there's like two different worlds. It's like colliding. It's like,
and Madison's like, this is where you live,
and she's in like jeans and a t-shirt.
Cassie's like, yep, and it's just like, this is really weird. I think I probably already said this, but once again, crazy, the whole Madison thing, dude. I don't know. I don't think that was deserved. I don't think that there's ever a time to do that. I guess like if she did it to the guys, that would have been good. To like Al or Joe, I would have been like, sure.
I really don't like Joe. I hate Joe.
Yeah, Joe, dude.
Yeah,
Joe sucks. I hate Al maybe more though.
Yeah.
Because Joe is a monster, but like it's obvious that he's a monster.
Oh, I see.
Whereas Al is like, I'm a good guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's got kind of that like
it's like the nice guy thing.
Yeah, exactly. Which like kind of pisses me off more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And overall, the theme I wrote down is like grief, nice guys, revenge, and what it is to be a woman in society.
Right.
And the whole nice guy trope is like, I've experienced that in real life, and like I hate that so much.
Very, very valid. I kind of, my interpretation was that it was more so her trying to find a way to like tackle these systemic issues and like work that system to actually like look at itself and evaluate like what it's doing. But I could be wrong about that, but that was kind of my takeaway.
I forgot about this, but I wrote down, it's like, why doesn't Al do CPR on Cassie? Like, he could have revived her, I think.
He doesn't want to, I don't think. Like, he could have stopped killing her.
That's true. That's true.
Like, she was, like, pretty done.
Yeah.
And he didn't have the weapon anymore, and he, like, could have, you know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that could have happened.
Right,
I don't think he was really very focused on her living.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and because Cassie has Nina's half-heart necklace, and Gail gets Cassie's half-heart necklace.
I didn't press record on this.
We're still figuring it out, guys.
No, dude, that's really bad.
Oh my gosh, my hair's a mess. You gotta tell me this.
No.
We did talk about it, but I think after it was cut off. But when Al is like, "This is a man's worst nightmare," and then Cassie turns it around, he's like, or she's like, "Can you guess what every woman's worst nightmare is?"
Right.
Yeah. I rated this a 4 out of 5.
I rated it a 7 out of 11.
7-11.
7-11.
And I forgot to talk about this, but the credit song, it's called Last Laughed, and it's by Fletcher, and it's such a great song to like end on.
Yeah.
Which was awesome.
Yeah, the score was banging. Killer score.
Nice.
I think really my main reason for like that rating is that they lost me on like on her character when she does the to Madison.
I can see that, yeah.
Yeah. Because like the whole rest of the movie, like I was like, yeah, I want to still be rooting for you, but like, and like, yes, I'm rooting for you to like kill these, but like, I am kind of like, I don't like you now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, Madison's annoying and like did do some fucked up shit in that like she ignored this stuff, which is very bad. But I don't know if that was deserved. And as I wrote in many of my notes, like about that specifically, like why do this, like do bad thing to men who rape people? not this lady, you know. But that was my reasoning, and a very like plot or character heavy reason. Yeah, I would say definitely worth watching. Very like visually super well done.
I guess like with the credits song, that's sort of like the ending of it. Like who's gonna have the last laugh? You know?
Right. And I liked the ending. I wish she had just carved the name in him. That would have been sick. But still liked the ending.
Yeah, I don't have anything else really.
Cool. All right. Well,
Okay.
you go outside. Go outside now. Go.
What?
I'm telling the viewers to go outside. I'm like, go outside. Go play basketball.
Okay.
Bye, everybody.